It's 6:15 p.m. in Bamenda, same time in Douala, Cameroon's economic city. You're watching the primetime newscast in the English language on Canal, the international. Thanks for joining us. My name is Gladys Ambodiban. Stay tuned for the headlines. Cameroon joins the rest of the world today to celebrate Music Day on the theme Music on the Intersection. It is a day that gives respect to the art form of music that binds people across culture, religion, language, and region. To mark the day, our newsroom picked special interest on gospel music and focused on the 10-year-old Maxime La Vitesse. And we move over to Gaoundéré in the Adamawa region of Cameroon, where two human bone traffickers have been nabbed in the town. They were picked up after following a tip-off by a vigilante group. And in health, 20,000 new cases of cancer are diagnosed each year in Cameroon, with breast cancer topping their list. This was disclosed today during a free mammography campaign in Douala, an action geared at eradicating the disease. Those were our headlines. Stay tuned for developments. Good evening once again, and thanks for joining us for the 6 p.m. newscast on Canal English. We begin with health. About 20,000 new cases of cancer are diagnosed each year in Cameroon, with breast cancer topping the list. This was disclosed today by medics in Douala during a free mammography campaign organized by Cure Africa Cameroon, an action taken to fight against the disease. The details with Sherifa Saleh.
About 20,000 new cases of cancer are diagnosed each year in Cameroon, and breast cancer ranks first. An increase in the figures, a good omen for health specialists who see it more as positive response to the many awareness campaigns initiated in the fight against breast cancer.
Cancer is the first cancer of women here in Cameroon, and we can diagnose the breast cancer very early. When you check your breast, you can see if you have a nodule on your breast, if your nipples is going in the breast, or if you have discharge on your nipples. You can come to the hospital and we'll check. It's curable. They can treat you and you are off of that breast cancer. You can have chemotherapy, you can have radiation therapy, you can have surgery, means that they can remove the mass inside the breast, or they can remove all the breast if it is necessary.
This year again, free mammographies for women over 40 years of age are amongst the many activities that will be organized by the Run for a Cure Africa Cameroon Association in its fight to eradicate breast cancer in Cameroon.
People have to be involved for the cause to be spread out and for more people to know about it and then take action. We need more people to be involved, and mostly the government.
Breast cancer is an expensive disease to treat. Patients will need moral support from men in particular and from society in general.
You have to accompany, you have to help, which means the association has to do what they want to do, and they are going to be the one to tell me what they need from me, what they want me to do.
Another activity to support this movement in gala matches that will be organized at the Mbapelepe Stadium in Douala on June 25th, 2022.
And we have Cameroon that joins the rest of the world today to celebrate Music Day on the theme Music on the Intersection in Douala, Cameroon's economic city. Cameroon's own music star Mola Mongombe offered an album with 14 tracks to his fans. The Afro-jazz musician revealed his tracks are centered on peace, love, and preservation of ancestral culture, as we hear in the following report with Stephanie Chin.
Popular folklore Cameroonian musician of Bakure extraction, Mula Mongombe, has revealed that his highly anticipated album would be released soon, though no release date has been mentioned. Considered as the contemporary Bakure music star, the mountain singer faced the press on World Music Day.
The album was recorded in so many places. I took it to Côte d'Ivoire to seek ideas from other musicians when I went for the festival. Came to Douala to record with other great musicians and get their ideas. So it was challenging, especially financially, and that's why we are slow in our promotion. But we hope that the music will find its grounds with time. I expect a listening ear, because no matter how wonderful or how hard you may work, if your work is not giving any due audience, you may not resort to anything.
The folklore and Afro-jazz mogul revisits his roots with Makossa, jazz and rumba, noting his 14-track album centers on love, peace and the preservation of his ancestral culture.
We all know the Anglophone crisis, how it is affecting our spiritual lives, our economy, and every part of us as Cameroonians. So Musango and Mulatako is a song that calls for us to actually reason and understand that we are not supposed to fight, we are not supposed to kill ourselves. We should love ourselves because we are like children from one mother. So we should love ourselves. So at a time where peace is threatened, I think that as a musician, I just have to put my voice to also call for this peace that we all seek.
He joins other artists to celebrate World Music Day.
And still on the occasion of World Music Day, this June 21, a newsroom equally picked interest on a 10-year-old singer and dancer of Cameroon popular music genre and rhythm, Mbole, the 10-year-old Maxime Lavitesse. His star name has impressed his friends and fans through his velocity and passion. Maxime Lavitesse, the Mbole mascot, as you have it, with Beatrice Ngamo.
All he does is often spiced with small moves and jazz. Young as he is, the rapidity in his dance style, the attraction of many, what has earned him the name Maxime Lavitesse. The 10-year-old Class 6 pupil, known by his classmates and friends around the Manguien neighborhood as Maxime Tamzu, says he is very composed. Time for studies is not time for dance.
Dans la semaine, le temps de classe, je pars à l'école et le week-end, je peux partir dans mes marches ou bien danser aux entraînements. Oui.
Always in the company of the grown-ups. What has landed him the mascot of Mbole, and he does it well.
Hello, mini dancer.
His ambition is to study till he obtains a doctorate.
J'ai envie d'aller très loin avec l'école au point d'obtenir mon doctorat.
Many might be thinking the star issue can be an obstacle, but the father is serene. The 24-year-old dad sees a brighter future for his son. No regrets, as I'm instead very proud to see the child evolving. A star, he does not change, he remains a child. I like it that way. Like all parents, my dream is for my child to grow, succeed in life, become rich, and make a family. Featuring in Je n'ai rien fait with Mani Bella and Happy, the Fulan, the young dancer becomes the attraction of all. He has collaborated with many other artists and groups like Ex Malaya, Caresse Futso, and the list is just starting. His velocity,
a young talented man. And then on this World Music Day, we equally picked interest on composers of religious music widely consumed. Omar Kusumi caught up with a writer of religious songs who have already written about 200 songs. His report.
Sounds of the melody, praising the Lord, calling for mercies, the Our Father prayers in rhythms. Inspired by other musician writers.
Ici, nous avons par exemple Gaspard Mollet, William Wondak, Joseph Rampola.
This young Cameroonian says he sings because of passion and faith.
Motivation is the faith, because I think Lord is great than everything. Lord give us everything, but we don't have enough time to pray Him. Music is the way for me to give thanks to Lord.
Being in the musical milieu for about 25 years now, Eric Dassé Wanje has written about 250 religious music like Si nous t'aimons, Dieu t'aime davantage, Lorsqu'un ami s'en va, and many others. Though not easy, for he has not gone for any music training nor school, his passion is what helped him develop his skills in music.
Je suis d'abord chrétien catholique.
I am a Catholic Christian, and as a Christian, we are asked to serve God with the materials He has given us. And I am lucky that God has given me music skills, and I put it in the service of the church. Though religious music has taken another modern dimension, we can also sing during concerts and familiar events. So the role I play in church is that I am a writer, member of the choir, and a musician.
Je suis également chanteur.
The agricultural engineer, he insists writing religious music is just a passion and not for any financial benefits.
Let's move to Ngaoundéré in the Adamawa region of Cameroon to talk about the end of the road for two human bone traffickers. They were arrested following a tip-off. They were reportedly fooled by gendarmerie officers into buying the goods for 15 million CFA francs, and it was on their way to deliver their booty that they were arrested by gendarme officers. Regina Leketandak with more.
Human bones extracted from graves exposed here at the gendarmerie post in Gamba, Cholori division of the Adamawa region. The traffickers were arrested this Tuesday after the gendarmerie elements duped them into believing they were potential buyers.
Nous sommes passés pour des éventuels.
We pretended to be buyers of human bones. We proposed to them the sum of 15 million francs CFA, and the traffickers were excited, so they hastened up to get the bones and deliver them to us. But unfortunately for them, they didn't even arrive at the place of exchange as we arrested them on their way. The two suspects, aged 33 and 39, dug up a grave to remove the bones of the dead, what is totally prohibited and severely punishable by the Cameroonian law. This operation falls within a special military action in the Adamawa region codenamed Operation Adano to combat trafficking in human bones. Vigilante groups have been called upon to collaborate more with forces of law and order.
Nous saluons ici la collaboration.
We want to salute the efforts of members of the Vigilante Committee. It was thanks to their findings that we laid hands on the criminals. We are using this opportunity to call for more cooperation. The more they give us information, the more we would be able to remove bad people from our communities. The traffickers in human bones will answer for their crimes before the procurer, as the gendarmerie remains determined to dismantle the network of human bones traffickers.
And despite being a perfect custodian of nature, women continue to lag behind about diversity conservation. The need for women to take up leadership position in biodiversity conservation has been re-emphasized in a workshop in the southwest region of Cameroon. Regina Leketandak once again.
They interact more with nature, and are good managers of natural resources. But despite this advantage, the women folk are shy to take leadership position in conservation. To tend the tides, a local NGO recessed is teaming up with another, the REM, organizations that have been under the mentorship program of International Conservation Organization, Tropical Biology Association, to empower women in conservation.
I think there is this mindset that women have, that conservation is for the man. Anything forest is for the man. It's too dangerous, for women to get into the forest. This is a man world. So they are more focused on gender and other things.
From lectures.
In seasons where the snails and at the peak season, they keep it inside, and then when they become scarce, they take and they sell.
To experience sharing and group discussions, the participants have hailed the initiative of the workshop.
The mentorship program is all about working with women leaders in conservation and trying to enhance their biodiversity conservation activities in Cameroon, in Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ghana, and Nigeria. So what is happening today, it's happening in those other 4 nations.
The workshop, which took place on June 4, 2022 in Boya, southwest region of Cameroon, is sponsored by the Critical Ecosystem Partnership Fund as part of its mission to empower communities to be at the forefront of biodiversity conservation.
This workshop is very, very important because they are really empowering us with skills and knowledge on how we can improve on our snail farming and other activities.
Going forward, a network to help the women better sell themselves and their activities has thus been established.
The elective Bar Association General Assembly has come to an end, an assembly that saw the election of the new batonnier and other members of the Bar Council, but it was equally punctuated with a lot of agitation and disagreement between the legal minds. One of the elements of the long-pulled disagreement was on financial reports, which many have described as shallow and unconvincing. Get their reactions in the report put together by Hesson Chia.
Upon presentation of the financial report by the Treasurer of the Cameroon Bar Council on Saturday, June 18th, from 2018 till date, many rushed to take the microphone and demand clarifications. They rubbished such a report for lack of valuable substances.
There is a financial report which is deplorable. I have a copy. It is in general terms. It is excessive. It doesn't reflect the true position.
The Treasurer presented his report, and it is for the General Assembly to appreciate whether that report reflects the true state of affairs.
Taking over from the previous regime with a budget of over 107 million CFA francs and leaving office with just about 27 million in the coffers, some legal minds suspect gross sweeping of the funds after the demise of batonnier Charles Patier Chakunte.
But it would appear as if unscrupulous individuals took advantage of the untimely exit of batonnier Chakunte and went on the rampage on a spending spree. So we're going to look at it, and the law will be applied. We are aware that some donations came in, which is not reflected there.
The lapses in the financial management at the bar, the lawyers insist, is promoted by the weak legal instruments.
So disappointed but not surprised. They are using the loopholes that are found in our internal rules to do what they are doing. If it was that, there was a possibility to amend those laws and say that they should get an expert. Maybe a month before the General Assembly, an external auditor should audit the accounts and present a report for us in the General Assembly to adopt. I think that would be a better option for a functional bar.
And to get to the bottom of the gross expenditures, the General Assembly have designated 3 auditors to scrutinize the report.
And it is with that report that we wrap up this edition of the Primetime Newscast. in the English language on Canal the International. Up next, we have the French edition of the newscast at 7:50 p.m. with Emeka Tirimukuri. Lil Pieji will be here for the brief. I will be yours again, same time tomorrow. God's willing. Bye-bye.